Hello, folks. Johnny Moe here. Welcome back to another episode of A Dance of Sand, episode 7? 7. Wow. We are 7 episodes into this season, and I thought last week we have sort of a burgeoning, big thing, Prince Joffrey wanting to travel around the Seven Kingdoms and learn each region, their culture, so he could be a better king, train with their master at arms to become a better warrior, to be well suited to sit on the Iron Throne. And to me that's a good adventure. That's very fertile for good stories. But I thought, maybe that's not Rikaro's story. That seems more like a Prince Joffrey story, and Rikaro just kind of being there and being a bastard and a bodyguard to Prince Oberyn's son, Aemond Sand. It felt like, that's not a lot of wiggle room for Rikaro to be making choices and really going on sort of his own adventure, or sort of the spotlight wouldn't be so much on him, and it's Rikaro's the main character. So I decided to put up a poll, and with a couple of different options. Do we follow around the prince? Does he go off on a new adventure? I forget what the third one is. And then there was pursue romance, because that was something that happened last episode with him and Joanna Lannister. And so it was a tie between new adventure and pursuing romance. And that, I think, is what we are going to dig into on these last last 4 episodes. So let's begin. I think we're going to roll a d10 this time to kind of progress time. How much time has passed? 10 days have passed. 10 days have passed since a Ironborn, someone who was a guest at the wedding, who happened to be there for the wedding, attacked Rikaro and Aemond Sand as they were walking through Flea Bottom. This was the brother of Heron. What was his name? He's going to the wall. His name and title don't terribly matter. Heron Shanks. His brother came to exact revenge for his brother now having to go to the wall, and basically just ruined the young man's life. Rikaro and Aemond defended themselves. They fought back. The Iron Islander wasn't about to give up or submit himself to being arrested for starting a very lethal fight, and Rikaro wound up killing him. They had a conversation with the Gold Cloaks just to kind of prove who they are, and a little bit of negotiation. Aemond went back to the Red Keep with the Gold Cloaks. Rikaro was getting sick and tired of the hustle and bustle of the capital, went out to the Godswood, found Joanna Lannister. They traded a little bit of flirtatious teasing with each other, a little bit of romantic tension between them, and in the end it resulted to what two capable fighters and young people do. They got into a little sparring match in front of the weirwood sapling. Joanna definitely won the little spar. Oops, let's bring little GM screen because I might need it. Which did ultimately culminate in a kiss. Rikaro kissed Joanna. Probably had like a little thing for her when they were just kids and weren't really that focused on like the difference in status and power that they were at, and just fighting each other as equals sort of dissolved that barrier that was there. And so we are 10 days after that. So I think what we need to do is go to our handy dandy Mythic GM Emulator 2nd edition. Let's roll some dice and see what fun thing we can come up with. Let's get a piece of card there. 48. What do I feel like? Okay, harm. Oh gosh, that's a very strong way to open. 22. Deliberately. Harm deliberately. I think that's just what happened with the Ironborn. 92. 92. Trial. Harm deliberately trial. Okay. So, harm deliberately trial. Trial. I think there's Ironborn that are still in the city. City Watch rounds them up. I think they're legitimately at some sort of trial. Probably not. The king isn't there. Probably the hand of the king is there. Prince Oberyn is there. Okay, let me get some minis out. Okay, so here's what we're gonna have. I am going to start painting some of my minis. That should be fun. We've got what I've been using as Prince Aemond. I can't find my other Rikaro mini, so we're just going to be using this Dornish Spearman, Prince Oberyn, and say like John Aaron, and they are discussing what to do. They've apprehended other members of the Ironborn, and I think Prince Oberyn's calling for some sort of justice, some sort of restitution for this attack on his son. And the other Ironborn are saying, like, listen, he went off on his own. Why would you punish us for, something we had no part of? The assailant is dead. What more could you ask? What do you ask? Probably like a fine or something. Something, perhaps. Okay, let's get Rikaro in the mix. Let's do some intrigue. I need to update his XP actually. So that'd be 22. I'd say this would go up to 20 from 15. 26. Let's just make it an even 30. We might spend some XP towards the end of the game tonight. Okay, I think, what do we have for like memory or recalling things? I think that would be just kind of a general knowledge. Yeah, so I think this is going to be all right. Let's go through essentially the structure of initiative. First, we kind of declare the type: simple, standard, complex. I think this is going to be very simple. This might just be a small scene that's going to lead into something big. So we're going to do a simple scene. The scene location, it's going to be probably not like the throne room, just kind of like an administrative room, like a counselor's room. And what's the objective here? I think the options are friendship, information, service, deceit. And I think it's gonna be service, just because like Oberyn is wanting some sort of financial compensation for the attack, sort of you make them pay so they think again before for the next time. He's not gonna do anything physical. I think. Let's write this down. Let's see. So fine. Tribute. That might be a goal. And I think if on a failure, I think they just get a little time in prison, in the cells. Okay, so put up the objective, the disposition. They are unfriendly. Okay. Okay, I decided to get some minis for the Ironborn here. I probably shouldn't put them right on my character sheet, because then I can't read it. Alright, so they are unfriendly. I'm just going to move them over here to where like the combat stuff is. I hope this doesn't devolve into combat. It is harm deliberately trial, so maybe it will turn into a combat. All right, so disposition, they are unfriendly. Initiative, status plus reputation. We don't have reputation right now. That's more for a somebody that belongs to a house, and we haven't given Rikaro a house yet because he is just a bastard bodyguard. Well, he is a knight now, so that might be a season 2 thing where we build Rikaro Sand's house. So this is just going to be reputation. I think it's going to be them first. The Aemond, Rikaro, Oberyn, and John Aaron just kind of presiding as mediator, and these are probably Ironborn captains or friends of the people involved in this. All right. So Rikaro is going to retell his cunning logic. Okay, so we're going to use cunning logic, which is 4. And he gets 1 bonus dice. He's got a +2 from something. What does he have? A +2. Oh, I did give Rikaro some drawbacks. He's got a nemesis of Edric Storm. nemesis of House Barrow, and nemesis of House Shanks, which we are kind of resolving now or playing into. Okay, so this is going to be... I think it's going to be challenging. I think it's going to be challenging, and we are going to say 10. 10. Have to get it down by 10. So opening statements, Aemond and Rikaro are telling events from their perspective. Okay, oof, that is 5, 10, 15, 21. So 11. That is an incredible success. So that goes down to 7. And let's see. Ironborn aren't very diplomatic. They are raiders, reavers, pirates. I think they are going to stand up, say it probably wasn't even that. Aemond and Rikaro probably, attacked this Ironborn. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a 2 roll with a 2 bonus dice. These are probably captains that have had to weasel their way out of, administrative stuff before. Just to make it a little bit challenging. So what is that? His intrigue defense is 10. So we will do that. So 2, 7. Doesn't doesn't diminish his. Rikaro. I'm gonna get a where'd my Dornish D6 go? Okay, so we are at turn. I'm gonna find the number 2. There we go, number 2. Rikaro is gonna say, like, no, he called this out. He cried for blood and vengeance for his brother going to the wall because he got knocked out in the melee. Was part of the first 7 in the melee. We were defending ourselves. Why would we go pick a fight with Ironborn? That's utterly stupid. Here we go. 5, 10, 16, 19. So that is a great success. That brings it down to 5. This might be a little one-sided in our hero's favor, but it always turn. We have seen that happen. And like, you've got no witnesses. Like, what? Just a whole bunch of Greenlander, city scum. You probably paid off the locals, paid off the gold cloaks. Now, one of my crew is dead. The other one's being sent to the wall. His brother. Like, this reeks of Greenlander plots. 9, very close, but getting closer. And Rikaro, like, that's like, why would we plot? Why would we do anything? Like, he lost fair and square. He's on his way to the wall. Right now, he knew the risks and the consequences when he stepped into the melee. If he wasn't prepared to handle it, he should have never been there. Like, all of us, 14 of us, we faced that consequence. We just still decided to fight. And Rikaro's just going to be chipping away at their sort of bluster and resolve. All right, 10, 12. It's just a minor success. So I got it down to a 4. And I think we're on turn 3. I completely forgot what turn we were on. And the other ones, like, what, there's no witnesses, no proof, and like, what did the gold cloaks say, huh? Could you bring them in? Do you have any credible witnesses as to the death of one of my crew, one of our people? Okay, that is a 10. Which, just the 10. Oh, gotta restart composure here. And John Aaron just kind of like, okay, well, we have the gold cloaks here, and they're going through testimony, and they're just kind of like we heard there was a fight. We came here and saw someone was dead. We were going to place them under arrest. They identified themselves. We weren't entirely sure. We brought Aemond to the Red Keep, just to confirm his identity. We talked to some of the people around who saw it happen. They say that this captain, or the member of this captain's crew, called out for blood, said he was going to pay the iron price and send them to the hells for sending his brother to the wall. And Rikaro like, see, that's exactly what I said. Like, there's been no deviation from our stories, from the reports. Like, your people were in the wrong. Okay, just admit that. Prince Oberyn is being very reasonable with his demands. It's just a sum of coin or total of goods for the coin, and we can put this whole affair behind us. There's no reason to be carrying on the grudge. I think this is going to be convince, which is not that one. I want one bonus die, and it's going to be at a +2. In the dish of destiny, or the dish of doom. As this big called. Oh my gosh, 6, 12. Hang on, let me do this right. 10, 19. 19 over 9 is an incredible success. Brings it down to 1. And I think Oberyn looks at Rikaro like, yes, let's put this whole matter behind us. I'm not being unreasonable. Just pay a little price to pass along to the rest of your people to mind their manners when they're on shore. We're not as soft as you Iron Islanders think. One of you has paid your iron price for his blind vengeance, and now a debt is owed to me for the attack on my son, which will be paid in full. And the Iron Islanders grumble, robble. Do they have any other points to make? I think this is probably going to be the end of it. Like, our crew is dead. That should be payment enough. We're trying to get out of this, stinking city. Get back to our home on the other side of the continent. We're not going to pay you like 1 copper penny for blood that's already been paid and spilled and paid for. Dang. Okay. Well, that is an 11. And Rikaro, okay, maybe perhaps we could negotiate maybe some service or something like that. Your island, you Iron Islanders are, warriors. You sail the seas and stuff like that. What if we claim your services for security down to Dorne? We're heading back at some point, and the island of the Broken Arm, the Stepstones, are rife with pirates. If you sail with us, make sure that no harm comes to the Dornish contingent who came for the wedding. We will consider the matter paid for. Does that, I think Oberyn's more interested in that. Like a very small group of them came down. Not really. Well, we're gonna roll with it. Maybe pirates will attack later. We'll see. Yep. Charm, convince. Oh yeah, gotta remember to add the +2. Okay, so we have 5, 10, 14, 16. That is a great success. So I don't. They didn't get a fine or tribute. I'm gonna write that down. Ironborn guardship. And I think that sort of settles it. The Ironborn leave. John Arryn leaves. I think Oberyn turns to Rikaro. Like, I do not expect them to honor their agreement, Rikaro. And like, these are pirates and reavers, not really want to hold on to oaths so easily. My guess is they will either try to attack us mid-voyage, or as soon as we get far enough away from King's Landing, they're just gonna set sail far out of sight and away, that they could just leave without consequence. And actually, we are going to... Oberyn is very good at the game, so I'm giving him 5 test dice, 3 bonus dice. I do not see how he could not beat Rikaro's intrigue. Yeah, that is 10, 16, 21. That is an incredible success. 3, it's down to 4. I'm sorry, Prince. I did not know how to. They weren't gonna pay, like, and they were right. That man's dead because of me, and I think Oberyn just gets in his face and like, and my son, the only person that you are sworn to guard against such attacks. You fulfilled your duty, Rikaro. But still, such an action taken against my kin, House Martell, cannot be unpunished. And Rikaro, I think, cows a little bit. I'm sorry, Prince Oberyn. I will endeavor not to err like that again. Like, see that you do. You have little gift for the game of politics, Rikaro. But I do appreciate you voicing your concerns and stepping forward to try and to negotiate. And I think Oberyn leaves, and Aemond like comes over like, Rikaro, I'd never seen you stand up like that to or for anyone before. Like, what's getting into you? And Rikaro like, I don't know. The Ironborn are strange people with they have a strange culture. They worship that drowned god of theirs, and I don't know. I just had this feeling in my gut that this whole thing, if we kept on pushing it, it was just going to lead to more and more bloodshed all around, more attempts on your life, Aemond, and I do not want that. I'd prefer to not be protecting you in life and death situations like every day for the rest of my life, even though, well, I am your bodyguard, so that's pretty much, I guess that's kind of more job security. Yeah. And Aemon like, that's right. Okay, well, come, let us go off and see what else we can do in the capital. We only have so much time still here before we have to go off. And I think I have written down just a few ideas, sort of like big hooks that are playing in my mind for what a new adventure for Rikaro to be. And we are going to roll. Actually, I have these because I bought the starter set for the Song of Ice and Fire war game. I actually do have Dornish dice now. So we are going to give this a roll because I wrote D6. We've got 5 options, but one has a 2-point spread. Okay, so just a little bit of meta gameplay. We rolled 6. That's the lovely Sun and Spear, and that is Mystic Magics. So, A Song of Ice and Fire presents itself as a very historical-ish fantasy, where there's no wizards or anything, like nobody's casting spells, but there is magic. It is a what I would consider like not low magic setting. It is a forgotten magic setting or a near extinct magic setting. So the magic is very powerful. It is very, very rare though. Mystic magic. Okay, I think we gotta go back to the Mythic GM emulator. So we have sort of our big arcing narrative right there. Mystic magics. Let's roll some descriptors. Let's see here. 25. Enemy. Okay. Enemy. Well, we've got a few of those. 24. Control. Enemy control. We might do a couple of these and pick something that works good. 36. 36. Enemy control goal. 77. Power. Yeah, so we're just getting a little bit of a word salad here, and 79. 79. Let's see here. Punish. Let's do one more. 49. 49. Heal. Now, I know I kept saying, like, this is the last one. No, this is the last one. This is the last one. So we've got enemy control goal, power, punish, heal. Okay, so I think we have, let's see here, goal. We'll put that right there. And I think that's going to lead to power. Let's see here. Punish and heal are very, they feel very opposed to me. Like, those are like two options that someone is taking to get to the goal. Let's see here. Enemy. And we'll just put here Rikaro. And they're going to control. They're both trying to control something. Both trying to control something mystic and magical. They're trying to control it. And the option is to either punish or heal to get the goal. And from the goal, they get power. So I think the goal is something mystical, magical. Okay. I don't entirely. Something will come to me, or we will roll for something. Okay, so we have that. The next part in for sort of the poll that I did is romance. So we've already had some things recorded in episodes kind of romantic with Rikaro, with Belena Snow and Joanna Lannister being recent. But there's other people, there's other characters about that could be taking an interest. So I have our two already established sort of lower end progress romances, and two new ones might be introduced. Okay, and we'll do the Dornish D6. 5. Okay, let me see if I can find a mini. I put all my minis away, and of course now I need them because I'm recording. Here we go. And let's see. I'm trying to think, where would Rikaro be going for a good introduction? There is a section here about King's Landing. We will go to the handy index. King's Landing 97. Oh, I thought there was a kind of a better breakdown of regions. Oh, here we go. King's Landing. Oh, this is the little starter adventure thing that they have. Oh, speaking of which, there's magic in the game. Yeah, magic is all but vanished from the world. The children of the Forest are no more. Priests perform no miracles. Dark arts of necromancy no longer function. And even the pyromancers have lost much of their lore, reducing them to mere shadows of their past generation. Let's see. Group dynamics. Huh. Yep. Don't know why I am not finding what I was looking for in here, despite me reach Stormlands Dawn. Oh, maybe. Let's see. North, Night's Watch, King's Landing, the city. I'm not going to find it. Where do I... Actually, I might just use that location table interaction thing from the previous episode. I have it already written up. 4. Okay, so 4 was the Red Keep catacombs. So I think now Rikaro is going to Aemond is going to tell Rikaro what he learned in the catacombs. So Aemond turns to Rikaro and just like, so I was, at the Red Keep and I got the little lost. This place is kind of like a maze, and my curiosity kind of takes me, around certain, like, unexpected corners and, down some stairs, and I wound up in the dungeons, into the tunnels under the Red Keep, and under Megor's Holdfast, where they keep the dragon skulls. And Rikaro turns and like, you went down into the dungeons? What if you had gotten lost? What if you gotten hurt down there? Nobody would have been able to ever find you, and your bones would be, turning to dust with the rest of the dragons. And Aemond, I think, just like playfully slaps Rikaro, like, you need to stop doing that, and you stop fussing about me like you're my mother. And Rikaro's like, I wouldn't know how to do that. I never knew my mother either. And they both share a laugh. And he was like, no, you're not. Listen, best part. When I was down there, I heard some voices talking, and I thought, like, oh, well, shoot, one encounter with guards, for the day is enough. I'm just gonna, hide down here, like, lay low, let them pass, and then sneak out, or maybe follow them if maybe they know a way out of here, or something like that. But they're talking, it's like something's going on in the east, over in Essos. They're talking about different power struggles, the ancient enemies finally going to be vanquished. Weird stuff like that. I think there's about to be a big war in Essos. And Rikaro shrugs his shoulders and like, there's always big wars on Essos. Pentos, Tyrosh, the Slaver's Bay. There's always big, like, the horse people over there, the Dothraki. Like, yeah, they're always constantly fighting. Like, that's pretty much it is. Why do you think, like, all of our ancestors came here from there? Like, it's, do you think that it has something to do with, us? Do you think it'll spread to the Seven Kingdoms? And Aemond is like, I don't know. It's exciting. I don't know why you would have a conversation like that in the dark and hushed tones. Like, somebody in the capital is very interested in the goings-on in the east, Rikaro, and perhaps that is something we should not look away from either. My father, he's spent, quite a few many years over in Essos in the fighting pits, learning different medicines and poisons and other things. So perhaps when this is done, maybe we go to Essos, see if we can get in, have a little adventure while the Crown Prince is off getting bored by maesters of the Seven Kingdom and getting his butt whooped by masters of arms of, each great house. And Rikaro, I think while they've been doing this, Aemond has led Rikaro to those catacombs. And he's just realizing, like, it's getting darker. And, like, Aemond, you've got to stop doing this to me. Like, you get me engrossed in a story, you talk my ear off, and, like, now we're, are we lost? Do you know how we get back from here? Like, there's, like, very faint torchlight. And I have no idea what, like, this is the same thing you did when you tricked me into going to that brothel. And Aemond just smiles like, yes, but hey, every time I do this, we get into a little bit of fun. And Rikaro like, a little bit of trouble, a little bit of fun, makes no difference to you, son of the prince. I just have to make sure you don't die. And we are going to do a awareness. I think this is just going to be general awareness. I think versus this young lady's stealth. So we'll do the stealth first. That's not bad. 13. And notice, or awareness. 612 beats it by 1. This young lady in a gown of dark green with purple trim. She's got her hair up. I'm going to put this up to the camera, see if it'll focus. Are you going to focus? This is what the mini looks like. I forget whose mini this is. Yep, but that's her. This is who they see. And she just says, the both of you are quite loud. And it kind of startles them, like, and Rikaro lowers his spear. Who are you? And Aemond just kind of puts his hand on his spear and like, do not point that thing at the young lady. Like, yes, well, my companion and I, we were just having a very spirited conversation about our past, present, and future adventures. And who might you be? Beautiful lady. And like, you're just down wandering your way into the crypts, or into the catacombs, and Rikaro will, hang on a minute. Okay. Yeah, Rikaro, picks the spear back and like, whatever. You chastise us, but, looks like a young lady down here by yourself, unescorted, unguarded. And what are you doing down here? And she just like, I got lost. And actually, thank you for being so loud. Otherwise, I don't think I would have been able to find my way back. And Aemond, I think, is just kind of nudge, like, introduce me. Right. This is Aemond-san, son of Prince Oberyn Martell. I am Rikaro-san, his bodyguard, and Aemond's gonna kick him again. Sir, Rikaro-san, his knight bodyguard. She goes, I'm Tesserae Hunter of the Reach. And Aemond's gonna like, well, most young ladies in green are usually from the Reach. I kind of suspected. Maybe escort you out of here. Maybe return you to the rest of your family or the attendants you were with. And she just nods her head and like, I would greatly enjoy that. Just simply get me out of here to the Red Keep, and I will be able to find my way. I'm with the Tyrell retinue with the young Lady Marjorie. I'm one of her attendants, and just kind of got a little lost. And they will do that. They will escort her, and I think we are going to... I think Aemond is going to try to start talking up Rikaro a little bit. We'll go 4 and 2. Yes, Rikaro, he just won his knighthood, knighted by the king. He's a man bound for great things. Pretty soon, he will outshine even me. And I will no longer be able to hold him as a bodyguard, and he will be wreathed in glory and titles, and just kind of like, playing his buddy up, get the attention of the girl sort of thing. Whoop. Oh, that didn't. Bonus dice didn't terribly matter. 10 and 20. I didn't do any of the setting up for that intrigue. I think it's just going to be against Rikaro. So, that's going to be incredible. He is still reeling from the events earlier. His composure is down to 1, so he's getting really flustered and like, my blood brother Aemond is hell's bent on trying to push any lovely lady my way for his own amusement. I'm just a humble bodyguard, and I really should stop saying I'm just a humble knight in service to House Martell as bodyguard to Aemond's End. I don't think that is... I don't think that might be convinced. Might be convinced more than charm, just like downplay what he just said. Oh, +2. 14, 16. Let's do this right. Okay, so we're going to do a simple... just walking... friendship... I'm going to roll a d4 here. And just, 1. Friendship. Let's do one more. Yeah, friendship. Friendship. And Tessri is going to like, yes, I've heard about the Prince Oberyn's son. It's been gathering quite a bit of a reputation around all the other houses. Lady Olenna even mentioned you time or two over tea with the other ladies. I think Aemond is like, see, they're talking about me. They're talking about me. I completely forgot what I rolled before. Well, we're going to roll now. Oh, wait, no, I was setting this up. Getting distracted by the RP. Disposition, I think, is indifferent. We're going to go challenging. And we'll say... I'm just going to roll a d8. 7. Going to take 7 composure for this to go down. All right, and she is not really of a higher station. She's just kind of like a lady attendant to the princess. So they're even a bastard like an abject knight. They're kind of on the same. So we're not going to do the dice difference in status. And Rikaro is just trying to downplay Aemond and just keep it casual. All right, so 10, 18, was that 9? So that's a great success. So let's go down to a 5. Look, and we'll go back to Tessri, Tesree. for those who are looking for spellings. Like, yes, and I have heard of you, Rikaro Sand. Uh, you won that silly melee. We were all sort of worried that our crown prince would be going to the wall. That would be a quite a horrific royal event, wouldn't you say? I go, Ricardo, like, he put it forth, like, it was his idea. I don't think anybody would have ever actually let Prince Joffrey go to the wall, get disinherited from the Iron Throne. But yeah, that was me. I won that. And you asked for a knighthood over being legitimized. You could have forgotten the name of Sand and been elevated to a whole new status. And what am I going to do? Do 3 and 2 bonus dice. Doop, doop, doop. 10, 16. So that is a great success. And his okay, so his composure is 0. And I think Ricardo's just like, yes, I know, like, the king wasn't gonna legitimize any of us bastards. Anyway, like, I knew that. I mean, we're pretty much strangers to this King Robert, and just doing a melee, for entertainment is not recognition enough to, be moved out of our shameful station or status. But, as a knight, I can do so much more. I can do honor to my friend Aemond and to House Martell, and, maybe people will get over the fact that I am a bastard. I was a legitimate son between, a merchant from Dorne and some wife of some northern knight, and people move past that, and I can just be who I'd like to be. And I think he just gets a little bit flustered and Aemond, like, okay, I believe we are here at the Red Keep. Lady Tessry, are you sure that you can find your way out of the Red Keep and to the Tyrell quarters? And she's like, yeah, we are going to go 50-50. We are going to go 50-50 high. She has an approving disposition towards Rikaro, just him kind of like breaking down the walls of what do I want? What is it called? Proper conduct that you would present yourself as a knight in front of a lady, not noble lady, just late girl. There we go. We know what we're talking about. And low, she's probably a little bit put off by it and is going to start gossiping about Rikaro. So high, good, low, bad. That's about as low as it can. Okay, low, bad. Okay, like, yes. Aemond, it was nice to finally put a face to the name that I'd been hearing about. And your rather emotional bodyguard knight. Thank you for escorting me out of the catacombs. I bid you two good day. And she walks away. I think Aemond's just going to turn to Rikaro like, what was that? What was that? You just completely embarrassed the both of us in front of a attendant to Marjorie Tyrell? Like, the gossip that little nest of Tyrell thorns are going to say about the two of us? And Rikaro said, I'm sorry, it's been a long day, and I've a lot on my mind. Uh, let's. What were we doing? Like, what were you taking me down there to show me? And Ricaro puts a hand on, like, that's right. I keep getting distracted by pretty faces. And Ricaro just like, you need to stop that. Yes, I want you to see, I found them. Found what, Aemond? Like, you use your words, be descriptive. And Aemond like, I found the dragon skulls from the Targaryen dynasty. Ricaro, you've got to see them. And they go kind of look around and go right back the way they came to go find these dragon skulls. And that is where we are going to end it today. Yeah. So we've got a little beginnings of an arc, mystic and magic. We've got enemies, and Rikaro are going in to control something, and from controlling it, they can either punish or heal something, which will wind up leading them to their goal, which is this mystical, magical thing, and from there, they get power. And we got introduced to Tessry Hunter from The Reach, a lady attendant to Marjorie Tyrell, sort of the daughter of Mace Tyrell, very beautiful high lady, which Ricaro made a ass out of himself, but that will happen from time to time. So there's a little bit, technically it wasn't a favorable romantic encounter, but I think it will lead to more interesting things. All right, folks. Well, that is going to be it for this episode of Dance of Sand. This is a lot of fun to play, just seeing all the different ways that it can go, getting inspired by the Mythic GM emulator and sort of what I think about, ponder off screen between recordings, and just kind of letting the dice play and improvising or just coming up with stuff on the fly. I'm enjoying this story, and I hope you all are too. If you are, do the thumbs, the comments, the shares, all that fun stuff. Until then, yeah. Have a good day, night, evening, whatever. This is Johnny Moe. Be seen.